Hey, my name is James Wilkerson. Welcome to the channel. Now we're going to talk about house prices today. What is going on with those prices right now, and what do we think is going to happen in the near future and the long-term future? Now, I've been reading all sorts of articles on this just to get a really balanced opinion on this. I know in the comments we're going to get a lot of people that have really valid opinions and stuff like that. So do comment below, let me know your thoughts, but keep it kind. Please, because when we talk about this stuff, some people steamroll in there and get quite aggressive in the comments. That's not what this is for. Now, this channel is all about my investment journey, and I want to invite you along on that journey with me. I'm going to be investing throughout the next couple of years. I'll be looking at auctions today, and I'm investing for my two daughters, Georgia and Emily. We've already got a couple of properties for Georgia. We're looking for some property deals for Emily at the moment, and you can learn a lot on that journey with us. So do subscribe, take that finger of power, spin it round, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification, because I don't want you to miss out. You'll learn the good, the bad and the ugly about property investing. Well, let's have a listen to what's going on in the market. So as we did a video the other day, the property market, house prices are still going up according to Rightmove. Now, different places have different data. Rightmove is saying house prices went up 0.9% in September of 2022. Now, that is amongst the mini budget and interest rates going up. Now, there's a reason why that doesn't really make too much difference, because these prices, these transactions that happened in September probably started a good while ago. I mean, I have just bought Georgia her second property, and that took months to get that property, like months and months and months. I can't even remember, more than 3 months. Very stressful to get that property. And that's because banks and solicitors are just flooded with work at the moment. There's a lot of work in there that's just working through the pipeline. Now, they're clearly going to slow down, but they're trying to get remortgages done. They're trying to get purchases done, and stuff that has started from the beginning of the year is now coming to completion. And so all the people that have completed properties, including myself, have decided to proceed with the properties at the price that was agreed, because the interest rates that we got were so good, right? And so the payments on our latest property that I got for Georgia are so cheap, and we've locked that in for a 5-year period, because interest rates hadn't really started to go up that much. There was 1 or 2 interest rate rises, but not any of the bigger ones, right? And so people that are completing this month, next month, and probably the month after still might be pushing forward at the prices that were agreed, just because those interest rates are so good and they've locked in a good deal, and it's going to be very good for them if they've locked it in for 5 years or something along those lines. So that means the market isn't going to change that quickly. Now, what also is stopping a fast crash, and listen, I'm not saying the market's not going to go down. I want to be very clear on that. And anything that you buy, you've got to make sure the numbers stack up, right? But what is stopping a fast decline is there isn't a lot of stock on the market, right? There isn't a lot of stock on the market. And so on average, each estate agent historically has 51 properties for sale on their books. 51, right? Now, what's happening at the moment is on average, they've got 28 properties on their books, 28. So pretty much half. So that means that there just isn't that pressure by those sellers. There is still fairly good demand for people looking for properties. And so it is lower for sure, but there is less options available for them. And so that means that the market isn't getting forced down particularly fast. Now, I'm not saying that that isn't going to happen, and these 28 properties could stick around, because while there might be lots of inquiries for those, some people have a wait and see approach at the moment. And so these 28 people that are selling their house with each branch, they also want to get that property through, because they might believe that the market is going to drop significantly. And so in the next few weeks, in the next few months, you might start seeing lots of reductions. And there are reductions on Rightmove, but they're still slightly lower than historic numbers. I think it was around 20% when I was looking, and it could normally be as high as 30%. So we're not quite at the point where the sellers are willing to reduce the price. And you see, that is what really will drive the market, because if a seller isn't going to be willing to budge, or clearly some people are taking their property off the market because there isn't the stock that there was, we're at literally half the stock that we had. So if those sellers are unwilling to take a lower offer and they sit there for 6 months, what's going to happen is we will sell significantly less houses. And that is starting to come to fruition. We are seeing that at the moment. There are definitely less new transactions. Of course there are, because there's less stock for one, but there's definitely less new transactions going through with solicitors, with mortgage companies. Mortgage companies are very, very busy at the moment, but they're busy with refinances, not so much new transactions. So if people don't want to reduce the price, then the market in that area isn't necessarily going to go down. But what it does mean is there is going to be way less transactions. But what will happen in the near to long term is that some of these 28 people need to sell. They need to sell that property. Maybe they're relocating, or maybe they are just unable to afford it because the cost of living is tough, right? Interest rates are going up. Power and electricity is getting more and more expensive. So at some point, there's going to be a percentage of these 28 people that are with each estate agent that need to sell. And the only way that they're able to do that is if they start dropping the price. And that can happen quite quickly. Now, there are lots of different analysts talking about how big a market crash could be, or maybe. Some people are even saying that they think that 2023 could just be a flat market next year. Not really going up, not really going down. And with inflation, that kind of means we are going down, because the cost of the pound, or the value of the pound that you've got, is actually is going down with high inflation. And so effectively, that is kind of a market correction without the actual number going down, right? So if house prices don't rise and inflation continues to skyrocket, which it could do for another year or so, your house is actually worth less, right? It is actually worth less, although it might say it's worth 100 grand still, but it is actually worth not quite as much. Physically, it's worth 100 grand, but yes, the buying power, if you sold it, you could not buy as much with that 100 grand as you could the year before. And so the market is slowing down, right? That's what's going on. Transactions are slowing down. House prices are being reduced, but not more than a normal period of time. There is less stock on the market. And if this stock drops to 15 properties per branch, then that could keep the market flat, which we're saying, right? It could keep the market flat. Now, there are still people saying, and I'm not saying what's going to happen in the market. So I want to be clear on that, because some people in the comments are saying, you're saying this is going to happen and that's going to happen. Nobody knows for certain. It's not in my control. I can't move a market. I'm one guy. It's just not possible. The Bank of England are the only real people that can actually move that market up, down or sideways. But I think it's going to be an interesting year. I was looking at an auction today, and house prices at the auctions, at least, definitely achieved less than they did in September. So if you are looking to invest, now auctions could be a bit more attractive than they have been in the past. Anyway, that's it from me. That's what's going on in the market. I'm just delivering the news, guys. Do give this video a like. Do comment below. I love all your comments. I'd love to know what you guys are up to. And check out all the other content on my video. And we're running a live event in London in the next few weeks. And I'd love you to come and join us. It's very easy to join. You just click in the description, put your details in. That will put you in the VIP list. And then as soon as tickets out, you'll get notified of those straight away. Do check out all the other content, including this video right here. Bye for now.